There's no better way to sharpen our server administration skills than with hands-on experience. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to deploy a fully functional version of Windows Server 2022 as a virtual machine in Microsoft Hyper-V. Let's get this done. All right, everybody, as I said, our goal in this video is to deploy a fully functional copy of Windows Server 2022 as a virtual machine in Microsoft Hyper-V. Now, there's a variety of pieces to this video. Feel free to jump around using the timestamps in the description below if there's a particular piece of this video you're looking for. Otherwise, let's just walk through the whole thing step by step. First, let's talk prerequisites. In order to get this done, we're going to need two things. First, a functional version of Windows Hyper-V Manager, and second, a valid ISO image of Windows Server 2022. Now, if you've got any questions at all whether or not your installation of Windows 10 will support Hyper-V, have a look in the description below. There's a link to a video that I did where I walk through the enabling of Hyper-V in a Windows 10 environment. That might answer all your questions. Now, to get our ISO image, we're going to go to the official Microsoft Download Center, which I've provided for you in the description below as well. This is the evaluation center where we can download all sorts of fully functional evaluation copies of server and products and resources, specifically Windows Server 22. There she is right there. I can get started by downloading any particular version that I want. I want the ISO version. Grab your copy and we're ready to go. Let's pop into Hypervisor and get this done. I'm going to load the Hypervisor Manager simply by clicking the Start menu, typing in HY to bring up my Hyper-V Manager, and you'll see that I'm ready to load my first virtual machine. Now, building your first virtual machine in Hyper-V is as easy as following a wizard. The wizard you're looking for is the New Virtual Machine wizard, and there are three ways to find it in your Hyper-V Manager. The first place is on the Action menu, New Virtual Machine. You can find exactly the same command over here on the right, New Virtual Machine as well, or right-click on the name of your server, and you'll see an option to create a new virtual machine there as well. Now let's just walk our way through. I'm going to hit Next, and I'm presented with the first option, which is to give my machine a name. Let's call it something simple, WinServ 2022. I'm also given the option to store my machine in a different location. Now, the default location is in the program data file under Microsoft Windows Hyper-V. Perfectly fine to leave it there. I personally prefer a bit more granular control over the files associated with my virtual machines. So I'm going to select the option to change that location. I'm going to browse to an option in my Documents folder where I like to keep my active virtual machines, and that's where this one's going to live. So let's hit Next, and now I'm given the option of choosing the generation of this virtual machine. Now, the description gives us a pretty good indication of the differences between the two. Whenever possible, you do want to select Generation 2. There's a bit more functionality associated with that, and Windows Server 2022 definitely supports this installation. I'm going to select Gen 2, and I'm going to hit Next, and now I get a chance to choose the amount of RAM I'm allocating to this virtual machine. You can see the default is 1 gig. I'm going to give it, let's go 4. I'm going to give it 4 gigs. I've got enough memory on my host operating system for this. And you can see that by default, there's an option to use dynamic memory. I'm going to leave that as it is. What this is doing is giving my host operating system the authority to adjust the amount of memory it's allocating to this virtual machine as required. That generally means more efficient process management, especially if I'm running more than one virtual machine in my environment. Let's move on. Next, I get a chance to select the connectivity that I want this machine to have by means of something we call a Hyper-V virtual switch. Now, I'm going to select an option called a private switch, which effectively will cut this machine off from the rest of the world. It will allow it to talk to other virtual machines in my environment, but it will not interact with my host machine or the internet, which is fine for my lab environment at this point in time. I just want to deploy this machine and practice on it. I don't need internet connectivity at this second. Let's hit Next again. And now I get a chance to build the storage system for this virtual machine by creating something called a virtual hard disk. Now, again, there's a default setting here to build its own virtual hard disk, and it's going to give it 127 gigabytes by default. Note, however, this is dynamically expanding. So what this means basically is, again, my host operating system is going to be able to monitor and adjust the size of this virtual machine dynamically, so it only takes up the space that I need on my hard drive, up to a maximum allocation of 127 gigabytes. You'll see I also have options of importing my own virtual hard disk or attaching a hard disk later. We'll cover these off in different videos and different scenarios that we build when we practice our server administration, but for now, I'm going to stick with the default. Next, again, I get a chance to install the operating system later or from a bootable image file. This is where I want to grab that ISO image that I downloaded from the evaluation center. I'm going to select that option, browse to it. You'll see that it's sorted in a folder on my documents folder called VMs ISO Server 2022. I'm going to click that, hit next. My machine is ready to go. I'm building a virtual machine called WinServe 2022. It is a Gen 2 machine with 4 gigs of RAM. It has a private switch or private virtual adapter, and it is going to be stored in this directory on my hard drive. Let's configure. Done. There it is. All right, we're ready to turn this machine on. I'm going to right-click the name of the machine. You'll see I've got a bunch of administrative options here. And what I'm going to do is connect to this machine and hit the start button. Oh, there we go. Behind there, I'm going to intercept that, that boot. Let's get in there with a Control-Alt-Delete, connect, and we are loading from the ISO image. Here we go. So I'm going to just follow the installation wizard here to set up the operating system for Windows Server 2022. Let's just go through the wizard. I'm going to install this fully functional evaluation version on this Windows virtual machine. Excellent. Now I get to choose the installation option for my Windows Server 2022 environment. You'll see that there are 2 different options here. There's the standard version and the data center version, and each one of those has 2 separate installation options. Now in the description below, I provided a link to the official Microsoft documentation that will give you an idea of the differences between the standard and data center versions. Each one of these versions has 2 different installation options. The default is something Microsoft refers to as the server core installation. As you can see in the description, we're only talking about a command line environment. So if you're new to servers and you've never played with this operating system before, what I recommend is you select the option with the desktop experience, which actually gives you the fully functional graphical user interface, which allows you to navigate this environment just much like Windows 10. I'm selecting the standard evaluation with desktop experience. I'm going to hit next. I have to accept the Microsoft terms and conditions, and I'm going to select my custom installation where I get to determine the partition on which this installation is going to be installed. I'm going to select the defaults, hit next, and away we go. Now I won't make you wait for this installation to take place. I'm going to fast forward the video and meet you as soon as this installation is ready. And we're back. I did a little bit of video trickery there to make you not have to wait for this installation. You'll see that the OS is installed and ready to restart. I'm going to let this virtual machine restart much the same way as it would with a bare metal installation. All right, installation complete. I am now ready to walk through the initial configuration of Windows Server. First, I need a password. I'm going to give it a very generic password here. That gets me set. Hit finish, and it's going to walk through a series of setups. Let's hit connect, and there we go. Let's sign into my machine for the first time. It's going to set up a few of the services and user settings that were required. There we go. As this loads, a few things launch. You'll see it has a very Windows 10 feel to it. However, this is a server operating system. Now I'm looking at the Windows Server Manager dashboard, ready to configure this machine for use. Now, hopefully this video helped you set up your own virtual machine and you are ready to play and configure with Windows Server 2022. I'll see you again soon.